especially Mearweiss and Duster. Duster had a good time, probably. Yeah, that was about it.
Did anyone bring in a stripper?
Yeah, a few people, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and in Tahoe, Duster, I want to thank Duster for breaking a window and carrying the legacy for everyone breaking a window at.
The CV League title?
First, I just want to thank for going to all the trashy hotels and stuff, like staying at the Thunderbird and Alexis Park. Great hotels. Like Perks finding an egg roll in his bed and a hole and everything. It was great. Really fun. And what was
About the coaches. What would you like to say to the coaches about coaching you this year?
I want to thank them for putting in all the effort that they gave for the season. Like they all tried really hard to make us a good team. My probably, if there was one, probably against Laguna Hills, like to send the game into overtime. I think. Actually, to go into the second overtime. That was probably my greatest moment. I don't think there was one great play of the season. If there was, I'd say all the shots in the three buzzer beaters in the Laguna Hills game. Everyone contributed and really stepped up in that game. And yeah, those are the three shots I'd say.
What would you say is you're going to miss the most about this team and being a part of this team?
Just all my friends, everyone, how we were all close. We could all get along and just we all had a great time and everything. Even after basketball, hopefully we'll still be friends and everything. No matter what happens, you're gonna have problems with I don't know, outside problems and everything. Just stay focused and always back up your teammates and don't get mad at them or anything like that. Probably the players I admire most is probably Matt, Ryan, Dan, everyone. But that mostly just Eric, Jamie, just because they're just good friends, outside of basketball. Probably the Laguna Hills game in the second half. Even we got a lot of I don't know, outside distractions and everything. We weren't playing really well until the second half of the Laguna Hills game, and after that we just stepped up the rest of the year and played really well.
Okay, and what about your own future? What do you see yourself doing next year?
Probably going to Arizona, probably to college, or
Play for Ludolson?
Yeah.
The team next year, something that you like.
Oh, most inspirational. Do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I'd say Dan Reed, just because of all his he's just really, I don't know, he's just most inspirational. Everything he does is really upbeat and everything.
Okay.
I'd like to thank Danny, Doug, Shane, and Boyd for creating in our room in Vegas so they could watch some pornos. So that's about it.
Okay, thanks, John. Cut.
And I'd like to thank Harvey for kicking Dan and I out of practice at the church one day for, I don't know, doing something that we really didn't do.
What was that?
Sorry,
What was that?
Well, that was
What were you accused of?
we were accused of being smartasses. No, yeah, I think smartasses and not I don't know, not bringing all our hard work to practice or something, which I find kind of funny because I think we're probably the two hardest, best workers on the team. So I mean, that's cool. So yeah, I just want to say thanks, Harvey, for that.
I'm Matt Wallen. I was on point guard on the team, and I was number 21. My favorite memory, I had a few of them, but first of all, in Tahoe, I liked when RV was pretty much naked and running around the streets, and Bourne was chasing him and ran into a car head first. It's pretty comical. And then, Vegas. Well, first of all, ordering a stripper to our room, and then seeing Mearweiss break out of his shell. Pretty much got freaky with the stripper.
My favorite memory of all the trips has to be Las Vegas because we had a blast there and
That pretty much brought us together. And then, of course, me, Jason, John, Mike, and Ryan, all us boys went out to California at about 11 o'clock and got out of there when the sun was up, so that was great. And just, those trips were just great, though. It was fun.
Okay.
The most significant game was probably the Laguna Hills game, or at least the Miguel game, because they both just brought our team together and brought our confidence up, so we knew we could win league and go deep in the CIF. The first game in CIF, I did pretty well. I just tried to distribute the ball to who was doing well, and roll on from the beginning of the season. I thought like that was gonna be my role throughout the year, so I just tried to be the motivator. Did a few things like before our Newport Harbor game, our Philly League championship. I wrote everyone a little note that said pretty much like threaten their manhood and see if they're gonna be ready to play in the game. I can't really tell you what was on it because parents would get upset, but I tried to scare a few people.
How'd you try to scare them?
Like Zakel
What'd you say to them?
Thompson and Tayshawn and a bunch of those other pussies. I just tried to threaten them.
How'd you threaten them?
No, I just look at them and say, get ready to play. And they got scared, and they're scared of me. I don't know why, but do I look intimidating to you guys? I'm not intimidating. Me and Ryan and John, we gang up on those guys on our trips. We beat them up in one of the games. We would beat them up. One game before Washington, Tayshawn, we just beat them up. The game before we went to the TV, we just beat them up. John, Ryan, and I, our room in Vegas, we went off. We just went off. We came in one night after the game, and Shane, Manfred, Boyd, all those guys are in there watching channel 38 and 39. I don't want to tell you guys what that is, but it's just extra channels that the maintenance guy gave us.
How did they get in there?
We freaking clogged the toilet, so we had to call them in, and we just made friends with them. Started talking about the hubbies and stuff. It was cool.
Talking about what?
The hubbies, girls,
Okay.
ladies.
Now, was there a stripper involved in this?
In what?
A stripper in your room in Vegas?
Yeah, she was ghetto.
Dude, what?
She was ghetto. Our team will understand what that means. She was ghetto.
I think we got it.
Money, that's what she said.
Okay.
She was, oh, shit.
Okay, let me ask.
A lot of guys can't just say one
Well,
because
who? Tell me who you're talking about.
mostly the seniors, guys like John, Tilton, Ryan Perkins, Dan Reed, those guys, because you know, I've been friends with them so long, I've seen them grow, like we progress through the years, and just we'd always just have our little jacuzzi runs and talk a little trash and talk about like what was going well, and I just have the utmost respect for those guys because we played the heart out and didn't complain about anything, just played and wanted to win.
What would you like to say to the coaches about how the coaches assisted you or guided you in the CU League Championship this year? What would you like to say about that?
Yeah, the coaches had a lot to do with our success this year. They just did a lot of, they put a lot of, no, bro, they put in a lot of time. They really worked a lot of hours. Haugen will tell you that, he's told me it a few times. So, no one's questioning how much time and effort our coaches put in. They did a really good job putting us together as a team, and obviously if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have done as well as we did. I think it's going to be tough for them to do as well as we did this year without the senior group we had this year, because the seniors this year were just so tight and worked really hard. But if the guys that are coming up, seniors, that's what it's all based on, is based upon the seniors. If they can get on the underclassmen and all the guys, younger guys, to pick up the level of play, they'll be fine. And we know they have talent next year because they have a lot of guys returning and a lot of guys coming off the lower levels. So I look forward to seeing them succeed next year. Next year, I'm hoping to attend either UC Santa Barbara or UCLA or maybe University of Arizona. Still unsure, but just looking forward to having fun next year.
What would you like?
If I could leave something to the next year's team, it would probably be the work ethic of Tilton and I, the heart and hustle of Dan Reed, and just work hard and give it all you got, and you guys will be fine. I want to thank a few people because there's so many people that helped me out this year and helped our team out. First of all, I'd like to start with my parents, who have been with me every single step of the way throughout my high school career. They've been in this program for 6 years with my brother and I, and basically without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. It's obvious. And I'd also like to thank my brother and my sister, who have also been there with me every step of the way, and my brother for letting me beat up on him every once in a while, and for him teaching me how to play basketball. Next, I'd like to thank the fans, and particularly Jason Tilton for all the stuff he's been doing, all the motivational stuff he did with our team. It's hard to know unless you're on the team how much he actually did for us, but he put a lot of time and effort, and he knew all the guys, so he just wanted us to succeed just like as badly as we wanted to succeed ourselves. And I'd also like to thank Harvey Sparber for livening the year up with his announcing, and just making things a lot more fun and taking his own time to help us out. I'd also like to thank, that's it. That's all.
My name is Aaron Zakel. I play power forward and center. My number is 34.
Okay, Aaron?
My favorite memories from the trip deal with everything from winning basketball games to just hanging out with the team. I had a lot of fun on the basketball court and just hanging out and winning games. And then after the games, we were able to go off and just have a lot of fun doing whatever we wanted to do when we were in Vegas and wherever else we went. So that was a really cool experience. The biggest lesson that I learned from this team was to never give up. This team never gave up no matter when it was. We continually came back from when we were down. We continually brought intensity to the game, and I think that's the main thing that we need to bring over to next year's team, is that intensity and that never die feeling where we always know that we can go out and win the game even when we're down. For me personally, a lot of just being on the court for me was either getting a big rebound or maybe putting in a putback or something like that. It was really a team effort this year. I mean, when I got in there, I knew my role, and I knew that I had to use my role in the best of my ability in order to help the team win games. And that was the main focus for me this year.
Okay. What would you say about the coaches? What would you like to say to the coaches about their effort this year assisting you guys to win the Seaview League Championship?
The coaches did a great job preparing us for everything that was going on. We always knew we were one step ahead of everybody else. We always knew what was going to come, what we were going to do. They had it planned out very well. We knew what was going to go on the court, and we were able to execute from what they said, and that's what allowed us to win the Seaview League. What's inspirational, and probably the turning point of this whole season, was our Laguna Hills game, in which we came back in that fourth quarter, and I think that brought everybody together, and it told everybody that, you know what, we're a team that can win everything, we're a team that can come back, and we can come together in order to win basketball games. That was the turning point, and I think that was the main point of this year that helped us win the Seaview League title, and encouraged us to go through CIF in a positive way. A particular play that stands out in my season is probably John Tilton's three-point shot to send us into double OT. And just every play, on our team, every play seemed to be a big play. Every play, whether it was 2 points, whether it was just a rebound or a steal or somebody just going out there and giving a good effort, continually helped us in order for us to win basketball games. And I think everything was key to us winning a basketball game.
Okay.
I admire a lot of these seniors, especially the guys that I played with on the JV team last year, which included John Tilton, Ryan Perkins, and Dan Reed, because last year when I played on JV, they really helped me through the year, and I was the young guy on the team, and they really helped me through it, and those guys have a never die effort. They just go out there and do what needs to be done, and that's something to be admired for. The most inspirational person on the team, I don't think I could give to one person. When we're in the locker room, everybody just comes in to one. And we all come together, we all know, hey, we got to go out and do this. And I think that's the most inspiration, is the inspiration that I get is from everybody coming together, and I think that's how we were able to win games. There wasn't really one person that stood out and said, hey, I'm the inspirational leader, it's everybody coming together. I'd like to thank all the people that came to support us this year, our coaches, and especially the players on this team. Because we went through this as a team, and we went through every step of it, the ups and the downs as a team. And you know what, we were able to get through it all, we were able to win a Seaview League title, and that was the important thing. So I'd like to thank my teammates especially for making this year so great.
And for next year?
Next year we got to come back and we got to win Seaview League again. We got to come back and we got to keep this legacy going. Woodbridge is back where it used to be, And you know, we got to remember this year and help us get through next year by remembering what happened.
Okay, I'm Dan Reed, number 13, and I play guard, but I really am a natural power forward. I'm a hardworking post player trying to make it in the league.
Okay.
What league?
All of them. I'm taking it to the next level.
Okay, Dan, can you tell us of the different trips your team took during the season? What would be your favorite memory of those trips and why?
Favorite memory is probably when Joe Arby ran out at us with in a blanket and chased us and forgot about it the next day because he couldn't remember anything that happened that last night. And he forgot his thongs in the street, and then Eddie ran into a parked car. That was pretty funny. That was really memorable.
And did anything of memory happen on the Las Vegas trip?
Yeah, the Las Vegas trip was fun. Won some money at the sports book. Just hung out with the guys. Had an enjoyable time. It's overall fun.
Did you guys have any particular fun in Brian and John and Matt's room in the evening?
Yeah, we had fun in their room with certain exotic dancers that came into our rooms. And they danced to some nice music. All I did was cover my eyes and listen to the music because that's all I wanted to do, was listen to the music.
You were a prisoner in there?
Yeah, I wanted to get out, but I loved the music that they were playing. My most important or most memorable highlight was probably when I blocked Andy Lawrence in the second Uni game. It was really fun to watch him cry afterwards because he was just sobbing like a little baby, and that was really fun. It was fun to watch him.
What
My most memorable moment definitely would have to be John's 3 at the buzzer in the Laguna Hills to send it to double overtime. Just an unbelievable shot, double clutch. Knew he would make it.
What would you say, or what would you like to say to the coaches about their assistance to your team on winning the CB League title?
I thought the coaches did a really nice job with running our team, and I thought they really knew what to do when it was time for crunch time. Even though Halligan was shaking like uncontrollably, and he couldn't write on the grease board. That was always fun, trying to figure out the plays that he was trying to write when there was 2 seconds left in the game and he was scribbling everywhere. But luckily we figured it out. And I thought other than that, we really knew what we were doing. They motivated us in practice, and we came out ready for the games.
Did Arvy ever particularly motivate you in particular?
Yeah, Arvy did a really good job of throwing me out of practice a couple times. I really enjoyed running the track for 6th period a couple times, and watching people ask me why I was out there, and I said, Arvy kicked me out of practice for being a jerk. So it was fun knowing that Arvy would motivate me, and
Do you believe you were at fault?
I was never at fault.
So it was Arvy's fault?
It was always Arvy's fault. Biggest improvement would definitely be the chemistry. Before the beginning of the game, it was the beginning of the year, we never knew who to go to and what certain times, and then towards the end of the year, we were just like flowing. Every game we knew what to do, every minute, every second of the game. So I think our chemistry definitely improved the most. I think our team was inspired to win games just as a natural instinct. We always did the jumping around in the halls before the games, and everyone would stare at us, but that's how we got fired up for the games. And we always were mentally prepared because some of us just wouldn't go to school on the game days because we just couldn't handle it. We get so fired up to go to the games, so you're always prepared.
Who do you admire most on your team and why?
I admire John Tilton the most, probably just because he was the glue of our starting 5 and our team. Even though he didn't make the most spectacular plays out there, everything ran through him as our point guard. And anytime things were down and Halligan always refuses to use his timeouts, which is just plain dumb, John always knew what to do in those times, and that's who we needed to look to at those times, and John came through.
What would you say is the thing you will miss the most about being a member of this team?
I'm gonna miss just going out on the court and going crazy most of the time. I miss the people coming up to me after the games and saying, do you ever get tired, and why are you such a spaz? Those I take as compliments. So I really miss just going out and showing what I can do. I think basically the advice I would give the team for next year is get the ball to Danny Lambert every play and let him take him one-on-one. That's what I would do. Don't get frustrated. I'd say to the team, don't get frustrated. There's going to be ups and downs in the league, but Woodbridge is definitely the #1 team in this area, and we should win the league every year from here on out if we just keep our composure.
And
I
what
definitely like to thank my parents for my career because they made it possible, and all those times my dad went out there and helped me with my shot and stuff. That's probably who I mostly want to thank, and I want to thank all the fans for coming out too. We usually had a pretty big crowd, and that's about it.
I'm Andy Boyum, number 33, and I'm a forward on the team.
Okay, Andy, can you tell us what is your fondest memories of the trips that the team took this year?
That's very interesting. I would say the late night house call made by one of the ladies in Vegas. That was a good one. Also breaking a window in Tahoe for the 3rd year in a row. That was good too. Yeah. So yeah, it was all good times though.
Okay.
What about running into a car?
Oh yeah, ran into a car. That was a good one too. And RV decided to chase me with a big towel over his head and was running around the corner and wasn't exactly looking towards me and then smacked to the car. Kind of hurt, but you know. What
kind of car was it?
It was a nice one probably, you know. Left a little knee dent in it, but it's all good. At least I got away from RV, so.
Was it parked?
Oh yeah, parked, definitely, definitely parked. A little embarrassing, but you know, RV was after me, so that's my excuse.
What was one?
I have to say just all-around effort against Newport Harbor. I thought I played good, and that was just a real big win for the team. Came through in that one. I thought I played well on both ends of the court that game. I usually play good on defense, but I thought that game I played good on offense as well. So.
What?
Oh, Laguna Hills definitely. Just coming back from being so far down and pulling out the end. First league game, getting off to a good start in the league is definitely a big win for us. Turn the momentum around.
And is there a particular play in any game that you think is the most memorable for your season?
Oh, I'd say both Tilton's buzzer shot and Keller's buzzer shot in Laguna Hills. Those were definitely I'd have to say Halligan. No, I'm joking. No, probably just the friendship of the guys. You know, just kicking back, having a good time with the fellas. You know, just good times.
Okay, and you played with a lot of these players for many years.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right. What advice would you like to give to next year's team to continue their winning tradition?
Well, first off, they're bummed because they lose the best offensive player on the team. You know, I was the offensive threat of the team, but you know, I just have to say, you know, just keep playing hard. You know, go hard both ends, keep the intensity up. They should have a good team next year. First off, just like to thank my parents as well as all the other parents on the team. They put together all the dinners and stuff, and it was just get all the guys together. That was a lot of fun. Like thank the rest of my family, my sister, my girlfriend Megan, all good stuff. They're all supportive throughout the year.
And what are your plans for like next year? If you know, what are you thinking?
I want to go to UCLA. You know, where my boys beat. What was it, by 35 tonight? I think it was. Yeah, that's right. Watch my boys play, but yeah, I want to go to UC somewhere, do business.